As we As we embark on this Toastmaster session, I invite you to embrace the journey of discovery and learning that lies ahead. This is more than just a gathering of minds, it is an opportunity to explore new horizons, connect with people, and expand your understanding. Each word spoken, each idea shared is a stepping stone on the path to the enlightenment and growth. So let us begin this journey together with hearts and minds open to the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Hello, wonderful people from all over the globe. As the SAA of today's meeting, I, Tulsi, welcome each one of you to the 164th meeting of Chalk and Dusters Toastmasters Club. The mission of our club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For information of all attendees, this meeting is being recorded and would be shared among members for study and self-reflection, and in social media for greater reach to people interested in Toastmasters. So display your best smile and persona. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are three ground rules. Please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Do not interrupt while someone is speaking. Sex, religion, and politics are considered as taboo as per Toastmasters international guidelines. Be discreet or refrain from discussing these topics. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. The meeting is being recorded and will be shared in social media platform for promotional purpose. In case you have any objection, you may bring it to the notice of the EXCOM members of the club. Time now to invite on screen the presiding officer of today's meeting. She became part of the club in May 2022. After wearing the hats of SAA for about 2 terms, he volunteered to shoulder the responsibility of being the president of this illustrious online club. She has authored 13 best-selling books. She loves to capture the ever-changing panorama of life through her camera, photography being her hobby. As an illustrious student from childhood, she excelled in her studies and is an MBA in marketing management. She has work experience, operation manager in HSBC Bank, as well as teaching in an engineering and management college. My father, Toastmaster Manoj, calls her the bedrock of Chalk and Dusters Club. May I request all of you to please unmute and with a thunderous applause, welcome the iconic lady, Toastmaster Ravinder Kaur, President of Chalk and Dusters. Welcome, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tulsi, for this wonderful introduction. Actually, I forgot all the details that you shared today about me. Thank you so much. So let me open the meeting number 164 for today's. Without wasting much time, let me invite our guest, Toastmaster Grish. Kindly. Please explain about yourself. Share your introduction again.
Yeah. My name is Girish Dikshit, and I have been Toastmaster since October 23. And I have been associated with Chatterjee Toastmasters Club. And my purpose of joining this masterclass is I've been Toastmaster from 1 year, but impromptu speaking is a thing which I find more difficult. It's very difficult for me to speak impromptu in front of many people. So I want to learn something from this session. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Grish. Even I am eager to learn something new insights from Toastmaster Shreya. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, next, Toastmaster Deepak Sharma. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravinder. So always a pleasure to be part of any Toastmaster club. I've been associated with Delhi Toastmasters earlier. Then I moved to Mumbai Toastmasters, and currently I've been looking for a club to join. It's been 2.5 years in Toastmasters, and each meeting gives a new perspective, a new learning, and a new ideas. I'm sure this meeting has also many more ideas for all of us to learn
Sure.
and grow further. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak. Next, we come to our guest, guest Anjali. Are you there?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
This is Anjali. I am looking for the club actually to join the Toastmaster. So I'm actually looking this, like, no offense, but from my age group, uh, like I'm looking for the club with my age group people.
Kindly introduce yourself. Yeah.
Sorry.
Kindly
Yeah,
introduce yourself, please.
yeah, I'm Anjali. I'm from Varanasi. I'm 22.
Yeah, sure. So I think you have found a wonderful club today.
Yeah.
So we welcome you all. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anjali. With this, I hand over the stage to our dashing Toastmaster, is none other than Toastmaster Danish Soma. Over to you, Toastmaster Danish.
Uh, thank you, presiding officer, Toastmaster Ravinder. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Before I come to my theme, and happy Diwali to all of you. May this Diwali brings light to your life and even joy. So, so every Diwali week would try to make a theme Diwali, but why not? But this week I decided to go with a different theme called social anxiety. Have you ever faced anxiety in your life in terms of social anxiety? When you go to some different place, you feel nervousness or you feel unconscious what I'm going to speak. Is this happen with you, anyone? Toastmaster Deepak have raised his hand.
Well, it has happened with me, I think, more than anybody else. Since my childhood, when I was in school, then I moved to college. Every time, whenever somebody asks me to speak, I am reluctant. When somebody asks me to go to party, marriage, any ceremony, I want to stay alone at home, do not want to participate. Even after joining Toastmasters, although we say Toastmasters, we become free and we share and express our opinion. But for me, it has taken a lot more time to
Right.
become what I am today. I have become a complete change of what I was earlier. Thanks to Toastmaster for it. But still, within me, that social anxiety still exists and will take probably a lot more time to overcome it.
Right, definitely. Toastmaster Girish want to say something on that?
Social anxiety recalls me my first icebreaker speech. I remember when I tried to deliver my icebreaker speech, I could not deliver it. After 2 minutes, I just had to get down from the stage, and that recalls me how the social anxiety comes means. And this is about how I correlate the social anxiety with my experience.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Even I still remember when I started my Toastmasters and I started with Chatty Toastmasters Club. I was a part of that club and it is complete online, I know. And when I joined the Toastmasters Club, my first meeting that he gave me a simple topic to speak on. And I speak randomly. I just speak up to 1 minute and just let down. I don't know what I have speak on that. I even don't know what I have spoken really on that. I think the topic is something else, but I have talked about something else. It happens with me. I think it still happen with me, but I think with the help of Toastmaster, I'm keep on improving myself. I keep on working because of you, all of you guys. Every Saturday we come together to work on this, to get the feeling of, to remove the feeling of social anxiety from all of us, right? Just let me share my screen first. Okay. So before coming to social anxiety, I would like to ask, what does anxiety means to you? It is a feeling or an emotion of fear, greed, or uneasiness. Like you went to some place, you feel like uneasy. You had a fear in your mind. When you speak in a group, you feel some unconsciousness. What I'm going to speak, how people are going to judge me, right? That is a sign of anxiety. And there are different types of anxiety, like depression, social anxiety, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and many more. But today we're going to talk on social anxiety. As if we before going to social anxiety, there are two things we often comes across: anxiety and stress. Does anyone know what the difference between the two words? Or okay, so basically stress is a response to an external trigger or demand, like work deadlines, exams, or challenging situations. It usually goes away once the situation resolves. Let's suppose I had a lot of work. It causes me stress. But anxiety is a feeling of fear, often without a specific cause. It may linger even when there is no immediate threat. Okay. Now come to social. Okay. Now, what is social anxiety? Social anxiety, also known as social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety is an intense fear of social situations where a person might feel nervous, embarrassed, or fear of being judged by others. Like everyone has said, that they fear of what the people are going to think, or they feel embarrassed in front of what they're going to speak. It goes beyond typical nervousness, even for simple activities like speaking in a group, meeting new people, or eating in public. So, the common situation where it can happen, like you're going to meet new people, you're not able to understand how they're going to react with me, or public speaking or presentation, like here, like we are public speaking with someone else we don't know, and why, and or we give a presentation to a group of people, we feel nervous at that time. Eating or drinking people, I've seen a lot of people who have a fear of eating and drinking in front of someone, or speaking on a phone, or participating in group activities, like they're in a group activity, they're in group talking, they feel conscious, they have a fear, they can't speak in front of it, they feel lack of their words when they speak in front of someone. Performance based situation, like they feel social, they feel unconscious during exam. I have seen a lot of people, even that happens with me. I feel nervous and don't remember what I'm going to write in exam. It happens with me. Being the center of attraction, that's why you are in a birthday party, you are being a center of attraction, and then you feel the nervousness, the fear that happens with, so because of social anxiety. Now, what are the causes of social anxiety? Negative social experience means someone, let's say you have a negative encounter with someone else. Let's say you are in a gathering and someone have told you something, and that stick in your mind, that you've made that feed in your subconscious mind. Then then it becomes a social anxiety for that person, that will not happen with me in the future. Then he becomes a social, subconsciously aware about that thing, having a feeling of insecurity. When you have a feeling of insecurity from someone, let's say you go into a higher place where you do not know, where you think everyone is superior to you, then you have that feeling of social anxiety. Our controlling parenting style, a lot of cases happen that the parents are quite dominating. They do not allow his children to move and go interact with other different peoples. Then the child might feel socially anxiety about about meeting new people or interacting with different peoples. Emotional or physical kind of abuse. There are a lot of cases that people are emotionally or physically abused, and they don't want to have a social interaction with different peoples, right? Okay. So I will come to my theme later on, but today we had different segments. Every Toastmasters meeting had 3 segments: presentation, a prepared speech round, table topic session, and general evaluation. But today we don't have any table topic session, but we had an education session on Speak Impromptu Like a Pro by Area G4 District 121 area winner, DTM Sirjit Raja. And so let's come into the meeting. So before starting education session, we had a prepared speech round. So today we had only one speech, which will blow your mind. I think and it will be based, and it will by experienced Toastmaster Manoj. So before coming to Toastmaster Manoj, I would like to call his evaluator. Okay. So before coming to evaluator, I would like to call today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak, for her introduction and his role in the meeting. Back to you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Can we have a round of applause for our Toastmaster role? So, anxiety. We all have anxiety at some point or the other. At times, we feel that we are not nervous. But if you listen to your heart, you might realize that yes, there is a tiny nervousness, and it happens, and it's natural to have. As a general evaluator, my role is not to find your nervousness, but to see how we can improve. Do you know Virat Kohli? Please raise your hand. Cricketer Virat Kohli, the batsman Virat Kohli. After Sachin Tendulkar, we talk about Virat Kohli. Do you know Virat Kohli went through a tough phase in his life almost 2 years ago? Rahul Dravid, his coach, helped him to become better. There were so few technical flaws wherein he was not able to play offside ball clearly, and he was edging the ball, and the ball was going to the slips. Those were minor technical things that only the coach would know. This is for the cricket. But in Toastmasters, the coach is general evaluators. Why do you think Toastmaster has been consistently doing well for the last 100 years? There is a big reason for it. And the reason is the evaluation. The role played by timer or counter, grammarian, evaluator is actually of prime importance. Raise your hand if you agree with me. Yes, we all feel that. So let's invite our wonderful, as I say, tiny leadership role players, auxiliary role players, timer or counter grammarian. We'll start with our timer for the day. May I request our timer, Toastmaster Tanishka, to please share the introduction of her role. Let's have a round of applause for the timer.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak, for the wonderful introduction. So good evening to fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. One of the skills we learn at Toastmaster is to conduct a program or deliver a speech with a strict time limit. So today I will play the role of the timer. So as a timer, I am responsible for keeping track throughout the session. For prepared speeches, I will show the green card at 5 minutes. I will show the yellow card at targeted time, which is 6 minutes, and the red card at which is maximum time at 7 minutes. So there is also grace period of 30 seconds on either side of specific time limits. As Toastmaster discussed, we don't have any table topic for today, but instead of table topic, we have education session. And here are the time criteria for the education session. I will show the green card at 25 minutes. I will show the yellow card at 27 minutes. And I will show the red card at 30 minutes. And for the main speech evaluation segments are of 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. The speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds on either side of a specific time limit. And when called upon, I shall present my report with calmness and clarity, much like serenity on our face, as cool as cucumber, and ready to embrace each moment with a grace. And over to you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you so much. So timer, Tanishka, is it possible for you to share the timing card also so that we could see if it is visible or not? Show us the timer card.
Okay, just a minute.
Wonderful. So you're looking as cool as cucumber. Let's have a round of applause for our timer for a serene role played and wonderful introduction. Now we move to the person who made us use these words, serene and as cool as cucumber. Yes, dear Toastmaster, I'm talking about a grammarian for the meeting. The grammarian for the meeting is Toastmaster Tulsi. Toastmaster Tulsi, are you playing the role of grammarian?
Toastmaster Manoj is the grammarian.
Yeah, Toastmaster Manoj, can we have him?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Toastmaster and guest as the language evaluator of today's evening. I'll be back again in the third segment to tell you how you performed, what good language you used, and not so good language where it can be improved further. Beside that, I also need to tell you the word of the day and the idiom of the day. The word of the day is serenity, which means a state of being calm, peaceful, untroubled. A lot of problems do crop up to test our tenacity, and we need to remain serene and calm to face all those troubles to be winners. And if we are still alive today, it's because of that serene calmness that we have maintained throughout our life. With that, I've given 2 sentences. You can just see them for yourself. Then let's go to the idiom of the day, as cool as a cucumber. Here too, it is quite similar to the word of the day. We need to be as cool as a cucumber, like our presiding officer of the day. She has seen ups and downs of this club. But hats off to that lady who always remains cool as a cucumber. And because of her, we are still sailing smooth in the turbulent sea of life, sea of this journey of chalk and dusters. With that, use this as often as you can. I'll be back again with my report in the third segment once called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, grammarian Manoj. Can I have a round of applause for our grammarian? Just one more small information. Whenever someone uses the word of the day and phrase of the day, would request you to please give a thumbs up to motivate the speaker. All right, so as our grammarian shared the introduction as cool as cucumber with lot of serenity, now it's time for another role player who is our counter for the meeting. Our counter for the meeting is Toastmaster Tulsi. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Happy evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role as our counter is to note and keep track of words and sounds used as crutch or pause fillers by speakers. During this meeting, I will listen for the overused lexical filler words. For example, and, so, well, but, you know, like. I will also listen for non-lexical filler words like I'll also list down the unintentional pauses taken by the speaker. I will be back with the report in the third segment titled Evaluation. And so let's rejoice and have a serene day ahead. Back to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. So just a bit more for our counter role. The trick for playing the our counter role is also to showcase how to use less crutch and filler words. And the trick and the procedure and the formula is to use a lot of pauses in our language. Pauses would help you to become a better speaker. So do use this technique, use a lot of pauses so we have less filler words and crutch words. With this, with me as cool as cucumber and share my speech with a lot of serenity, I hand over the stage to our dashing Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Dennis.
Uh, Thank you, General Evaluator. Now it's time to hear from our speaker, who is as cool as cucumber. So before calling today's only speaker, Toastmaster Manoj, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Ravinder Kaur, to share her evaluating guidelines. You are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Danish. Today I am evaluating the speaker. He is delivering his practice speech to practice vocal variety or body language in his speech. Speeches come out of outcomes, and the timing and notes. With this, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day and the very best to the Toastmaster Manoj Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder, for sharing the evaluation guidelines for Toastmaster Manoj. Now it's time to hear from our speaker, Toastmaster Manoj, who is a mentor to me, a guide from which I have learned a lot of things. I think who I'm speaking in front of you because of him. He has guided me in every step, motivate me to go. A veteran speaker, a passionate Toastmaster. Toastmaster Manoj, come out of outcomes, Toastmaster Manoj.
Our thoughts, like seedling, germinate, to spread branches, to find expression through our words and actions. With dawn of awareness, curiosity takes hold of our mind, quizzing to know the outcomes. 9 months, yes, 9 months. Around 9 months, we remain in the honeycomb of our mothers, our expectant mothers, inheriting that varied emotions of outcomes, excitement, or maybe worry, or fear, or even joy. We come out, but remain chained to all these outcomes, waiting with bated breath to know the result during the evaluation segment of Toastmasters or the electoral results during the devilish dance of the democracy. We wait for the outcome that find expressions on the ever-changing canvas of our face, sometimes with that half-cut smile or a raised brow sneer. An external thirst entangles and enslaves our mind. It decides, not I, whether to smile or to sneer. The 32-year-old prince of Macedonia, out to conquer the whole world, realized it too late in his deathbed. Alexander ordered, "Ensure my dead body is carried by the doctors to the cremation ground. All my wealth scattered on the way, and ensure my hands lie open for the humanity to realize I came naked with empty hands, and I'm going back with empty hands. Alexander got entangled, enticed, and entrapped in outcomes. Winning battles intoxicated him. Humanity, we all, and I, forget I'm mortal. Anytime I can go kaput, dead, vanish like a drop of vapor, like the pearly morning dew kissed by the rising sun. But the tentacles of outcomes entangle my psyche. My mind gets cooked in the cauldron of outcomes, the cauldron of results. Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Scripture, says we have right to action, not its outcomes. Sounds easy, but how? In the Eastern Kingdom, a 29-year-old prince, Prince Siddharth, on his outing from his secluded pleasure palace, observed one day an old person, the other day a diseased person, and finally a dead person. And then he saw an happy ascetic, and he made his choice to come out of the cauldron of outcomes, left his wife, his newborn son, and his kingdom. The prince metamorphosed to a mendicant, begging to satiate his hunger. But he got enlightenment. Enlightened, he preached, happiness lies in depth of desire. Depth of desire. I am no Buddha. Leave my job, my family, my house, my child, and get into the jungle. Where are the jungles? We have denuded Mother Nature, like Dusasan in Mahabharata. We have pulled away her green-collared sari, and it is all barren. And what for? To satiate our ceaseless desire to accumulate, to hoard, to catch and get caught in the cauldron of outcomes. Those of us into practicing yoga know the last asana is sabasana, the corpse pose. We lie supine, surrendering ourselves and our state of mind. I want nothing. I do nothing. And finally, I am nothing. This awareness of our transitoriness of our wakeful state will ensure we remain detached from outcomes. Detachment will ensure we bloom like a lotus, remain rooted to the society with the stock that nourishes our existence, remain detached, aware of our transitoriness, aware that we are mortal. I have tried to befriend death, to come out of the outcome. Yes, befriend death, to come out of outcomes. Thank you.
Wow, what a great speech. Toastmaster Manoj is as cool as cucumber. So, with that, now it's time to start our masterclass. So today masterclass is going to be special because it is on Speak Impromptu Like a Pro by DTM Sarjeet Raja, who is Area G4, District 121, area level winner. So I will request to DTM Sarjeet Raja to please take the stage and start his masterclass. Thanks, and back to you, DTM.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. I hope I am audible now. Is it okay? Great. Fine. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, a very warm and happy Diwali greetings to all of you. I'm sure you have had a deal of a time celebrating the most awaited festival of our country. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to speak impromptu and what are the things that you should notice when you start your table topics. But before we do that, I would also like to show some light on how the table topics are connected, or how the table topics are conducted at both the club level and the contest level. Okay. So even though it looks similar, there are some slight differences between both table topic contest and table topics in each of the club level, as you all know. Because at the club level, what happens is you might have n number of participants and you would have n number of topics as well. And you wouldn't know which topic is going to be coming for who. But when it comes to a contest, the table topic would be one topic for all the contestants. And they would be taken to an isolation room even before the start, except for the first contestant who would be given the topic, and the same topic gets repeated for the rest of the contest. So this is about the contest part and the club level table topic part in short. And I've been a Toastmaster since 2016, and I started my journey of Toastmasters from the kingdom of Bahrain, which is called the Island of Pearls. And the very first session, the very first speech I did was to participate in the table topic contest, because I joined in January 2016, and the last meeting of that month had the contest. And even before I gave my icebreaker, I was asked to participate in the table topic contest. Obviously, like every other contestant, every other new person in Toastmasters, I was very anxious and I was having butterflies in my stomach. I was wondering what is all this table topics about, and I reached out to my mentor and asked her, what do I do? So she gave me a few tips, and today I've been using those tips since then for my table topics, and that culminated in the area level win for me, which happened a couple of weeks back. So first thing my mentor told me was, be serene and as calm as cool as a cucumber, because serenity is what gives you the best thoughts in your mind. So do not worry if you make mistakes, and do not worry about the topic, because as long as you get the topic, you need to first understand what the topic is and then start off. So the first step that I would have would be to keep my calm my nerves, and wait for the topic to be announced. Now, the topic would be usually repeated twice by the contest master or the table topic master as appropriate. And you have two chances to understand the topic, because when they repeat it twice, you listen to it twice, take a deep breath, give a couple of minutes before you start off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will keep you cool as a cucumber. No matter what, please go ahead and keep your cool. It's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be worried or anxious or stressed. You only have to know and understand what the topic is all about first. And I normally start off at the third second. I give 2 seconds of dead air before I start with my first thought. The first thought that comes to me when I listen to this topic is when I'm going to start and speaking about it. So when the first thought comes in, it automatically takes you to the second logical thought. At least in my case, yes, it works out. And I always made sure that I start off with the first thought and then follow up with the next point which comes in. And then I also would like to ensure that I don't have to agree to the topic all the time, because we are not having a debate. We are having a general statement, and you have an option to either agree to the topic or don't agree to the topic. So you could always have a twist there in whatever you say and give it more twist and make sure that you justify it with all the points that you have in your mind. But it should be sane and other things. To start with, I remember in one of my clubs where I attended as a guest in Bahrain, the first topic that was given to me in the table topics was men and women are equal. Please comment. And everybody else would definitely think about, yes, why don't I support this topic? But for all those friends, including our own DTM PB who knew me, was wondering about why I took a twist by saying that men and women are not equal. They had a shock of the life because I was the son of a mother. I had two sisters. I have a beautiful wife and a beautiful set of nieces and nephews here. And they were wondering, why did this guy say that men and women are not equal? I judged that question and I said, let me go ahead and justify my topic. I really don't feel that men and women are equal, because let us give the same condition to both men and women and see how they would react. Men and women are given two cells, and the women take those two cells in their womb, carry them for 9 months, nurture them, and bring them to life as a grown baby. So God has sent women down because of this reason, that he didn't have time to create life on earth and he left it to the women. But if you give the same two cells to a man, there is no way he could create life out of it. So in fact, look at that perspective which says women are always above men. Why should they come down to the level of men to be considered equal? That's not fair. So ladies and gentlemen, my point is that men and women are not equal. Women are far more superior than men. And this point was driven across in such a way that this whole speech had an opening, body, and conclusion with a model, with a strong point in support of what I said. And ladies and gentlemen, that gave me the first place as the most voted table topic commentator of that meeting. And the same thing carried on in most of the table topic sessions I have. I remember another occasion where they were asking me, what is that one message that you want to convey to your audience if you were given a chance? So I again started off with 2 seconds of dead air. And then I repeated the topic and said, ladies and gentlemen, I have not one, but 4 topics to discuss for this segment that I would like to give to people around me. I justified by saying that life is a journey where you have the most luxurious car at your disposal for your journey from your birth to your death. And you could imagine any kind of luxury that you have in the car. You name the luxury and God gives it to you. You could have a wonderful fridge inside the car. You could have a kitchen in the car. You could have a spacious and amply luxurious car where you can comfortably lie down when you feel so. Whatever be the luxury, you name it. But if the 4 tires of the car are not maintained properly, then your journey is going to be a bumpy ride. Now, what are those 4 tires? I started off by saying that the first tire that I call is trust. The second tire I call is respect. The third tire I call is integrity. And the fourth tire I call is passion. So now these 4 tires, trust, respect, integrity, and passion, should be managed and maintained in such a way that you get a smooth ride throughout your life. Any one of these tires getting damaged will ensure that your car goes for a bumpy ride. And how do you remember those 4 tires? Take the first letter of each name of the tire, TRIP, and put it together to form a trip, which is pleasant, which is surprising. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember trip in your lives, and that will lead you with a comfortable, luxurious journey. And I ended the speech there. And again, as always, I was voted as the most effective table topic speaker by the club members. Third thing that I wanted to say is you need to be conscious of the time. So you don't have to give 10 or 15 or 20 points for that matter. Just give 2 or 3 points, substantiate them with evidence, and then put the word across. At the same time, be genuine, be passionate, and make sure that you give the right value, the right knowledge to the people. You cannot mislead them by any chance, but you could speak your heart out. And most of the time, when you connect your heart to your tongue, is when a speech becomes effective. Because you speak from the bottom of your heart, and it is definitely going to be there. Because when you speak with your mind, you're an intellectual. But when you speak from your heart, you connect to the audience in a very nice way. And once that connect happens, and you say what you have to say, I'm sure the speech is going to be as effective and even more than what it is intended to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I have always believed that we have to speak impromptu, and practice makes a human perfect. Practice, practice, practice. Give different thoughts to different topics. Sometimes what happens is you finish the table topic and then you realize, I could have done this. I could have done it in a different way. That thought would come. It is very natural and obvious that the thought will come. If you're a normal human being with good normal faculties, this thought would definitely come to your mind. So don't worry, make sure that you frame your points, think about the points, and make sure that the next time when you get an opportunity to speak for the same topic, you could probably refine this. And 2 weeks back, when I was at the area contest for table topics, the topic that was given to me was be the change that you wish to see in your society. Again, I started thinking about it, gave 2 seconds, and I said, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and invited guests, I do not agree to the fact that I should be the change that I wish to see in the society. The simple reason why I want to say is, say for example, tomorrow I'm driving in India and I want to drive on the right side of the road in India. I drive, but will the society tolerate me? I would be dead in a few minutes before I could count from 1 to 10. Because in India, we drive on the left. And just one person not driving on the left side would definitely be dangerous. And that change cannot be practical. So the change that has to happen should be happening at the societal level. And then I quoted the other point as well. I said, life is a very happy and comfortable journey, and you never know tomorrow what happens. Everything keeps changing on its own. You need to be part of the change. You need to enjoy the change. You need to celebrate that change and do it in a very safe way. And the reason why I said that, ladies and gentlemen, is I quote a song which is very close to my heart, which is in Bollywood, which is a famous Bollywood song. And it starts like this. Most of you would be aware of it and relate to it. And it goes like that, the first 2 lines. Zindagi ek safar hai suhana, yahan kal kya ho kisne jana. And I translated that to English, and that captivated the audience in such a way, especially the judges who found it very interesting. And I was given the first place in table topics for that contest. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when the certificates were being distributed, the song was actually, the original track of the song was played to commemorate my singing that song and relating it to the table topic. So things are pretty easy. You just have to look at the perception has to change. If you go approach the topic with a fearful or an anxious mind, you're going to be really having butterflies, big butterflies in your stomach, and everything goes for chaotic environment. But stay cool, say what you want to do, say, substantiate it with local or whatever evidence that you have. And I'm sure you can be as cool as a cucumber every time. And it will help you be very serene. And normally, most of the cases, what I do is if it is a contest, 2 days prior to that, I tend to cut down on my words which I speak, and my mind goes on wondering on how do I phrase my speeches, how do I construct my table topic speeches, because table topic speech is as good as another speech that has a body, there's an opening, body, and conclusion. Only thing is we need to be conscious of the time. We need to fix it or talk or complete the speech in 2 minutes time with a grace period of 30 seconds. But most of the other speeches that we have usually range from either 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes, where you have more leverage to substantiate your thoughts. So that is the time when you have to be very concise. And I call it as the KISS technique, which is called keep it short and simple. You keep it short and simple for your table topics and use simple words as well. You don't have to go for a flowery language because you wouldn't know whether your audience are experts in English. They may not have a strong vocabulary. So do not go for those flowery languages, complicated language words that you get out of ChatGPT, which is currently available. But go from those simple words that emanate from your heart. That is like a fragrance of a million roses that comes out of your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, take my word. Your speech is going to have a very powerful impact on the audience at that point of time. Make that speech as memorable as possible, even for the most simplest vocabulary owner of the audience. And definitely, it will make a mark. So, ladies and gentlemen, anybody is willing to take a challenge, I can give you a real, or probably I can put it this way. If you want me to talk for 1 or 2 minutes about that any topic of your choice, I throw this challenge out to you. Give me any topic of your choice, and I'll try and speak for 1.5 to 2 minutes. Anybody want to take the challenge?
So what we can do, DTM Shrijit,
Yes.
since you're already perfect, you can give topic to us, and basis that you can evaluate us and let us know your recommendation. This way we would learn better.
Okay, sure. And was there the reason why you raised your hand, Toastmaster Deepak?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. So let me give you a topic. Okay. So usually, normally, what we do is we call out the person and then give the topic so that the suspense is ready. Can I follow the same process? Are you all ready for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see who are there in this audience. So we will see right. Okay. Let me see who's there. Okay. Toastma DTM PB, you want to take a challenge? Take a shot?
Yes, of course. I am ready.
Great. So DTM PB, your topic goes like this. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Please comment. Stage is yours, Toastma PB.
Is life always beautiful? Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, I don't agree that life is always beautiful. Then we need to define what is beauty, right? It is said that beauty is in the beholder's eyes. So how I look matters. How you look to your life matters. Something which can be beautiful for me may not be for you. Generically, we can say life is beautiful in a poetic way, but in reality, that is not. We, in the current scenario, we need to fight at times. As the youngsters, they are facing competitiveness in every field they are into, be it in a job interview, be it in the studies, be it in anywhere when they are traveling. Is it beautiful for them? No. It is up to us, of course, in which we can find the serenity and be calm and composed. But life often throws challenges to us, and that beauty is not, that challenge is not that beautiful. I have faced many such instances. Mr. Topic Master, you know, one of my speech title where I mentioned rise and shine, a night which I spent middle of the sea. Is it beautiful? No, never. I would say, thank I survived that night. Ladies and gentlemen, life is not always beautiful. Face it as it comes to you so that you have your own way to unfold and see the things differently. Back to you, Topic Master.
Thank you so much, DTMPB. That was a wonderful speech, wonderful topic that you've handled very well. And ladies and gentlemen, how do you rate this particular speech that PB gave us on a scale of 1 to 10? Anybody can open and give a score.
I think you need to evaluate DTMC.
I'll do the evaluation. I'll take the audience approach as well first. So I'm going to be doing it a little differently.
Okay, in my point of view, it was wonderful speech. As you said, opening, body, and conclusion, everything was there. A great start. He started with the question, and again the end was also with the question. He was using his hands expression to connect with the audience. Only one recommendation, my point of view, if he could have used a little bit of vocal variety while he was explaining life is beautiful. For example, when he said he started with a point wherein his voice was slow, but throughout the speech, the voice was at the same pace. There was no modulation of voice. So if we could emphasize on a particular word, it would have connected us better. But other than that, it was phenomenal in my point of view.
Great, fantastic. Thank you so much for that input. I would have a slightly different view here because not because PB is my close friend, but more than that, what I loved about the speech was that the kind of ideas that came into his mind and justifying it was fantastic. Because he did not completely agree with the topic life is beautiful, but he also gave some reasons why it was not beautiful. And since I've known his speech earlier about the night he spent on an island alone, connecting that, he had actually survived that whole night with a lot of fear coming in, and he faced the challenge. He was the only person on that island who actually was eager to get back. And definitely he would have not felt that life was beautiful. Because if I was a person in his place, I would have definitely got frightened. So in that way, he connected to me as an audience. So that was great. And of course, as you said, vocal variety could have been improved. But for me, I would give it a lower weightage because this was a speech which was like coming from his heart. And then he wanted to convey that it had a good impact, to be honest. I would not say that it was not effective, but the impact was there. Sometimes the voice has to go low like this. And sometimes it has to go as loud as possible. But that's fine. You need to actually handle it in the proper way. And of course, he was sitting and giving the speech, so it would have been great if he had stood up and said, that is fine. But the kind of thought process that he has was original, and he was able to relate to the topic. So overall, the topic was, the speech was great, fantastic, can be improved with a couple of more incidents that he had in his mind, but that's fine. Probably we can look at the next speech as well. So let me go for the next next person on the list. Okay, yeah. So Toastmaster Rawat, or what's the name? It's not clear. With the person with the t-shirt, yes.
Rawat.
Okay. Are you ready for topic?
Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I would just give you the topic as, all right, let me think about it. All right. Is democracy crazy? Is democracy crazy? Please comment.
I'm not sure whether democracy is crazy or not, but I'm crazy. If I'm crazy and people around me are crazy, certainly there are obvious reasons to say democracy is crazy. I have seen and we have witnessed in recent past in many countries in nearby bordering us to our Bharat, how the political and internal situations are being afflicted by certain elements. Despite people, general people like us behaving rationally and responsibly, there are some elements that shatter their confidence and their serenity. So leveling democracy is, whether crazy or not, it's a subjective matter. But in my country, in Bharat, people, most of them are like me, a Seren, and they empathize with others and think of the benefit and betterment of others. So here, I level it less as less crazy, but it is subject to some abjugations by some political elements, some extremists that can disrupt the serenity and the connectedness between the people. And that time, it means for sure behave like crazy. So it is up to us how to interpret whether the democracy is crazy or not. But it is my urge and my call upon to all of us to behave and continue to behave rationally and have connectedness with each other, empathize with each other, and behave rationally so that other people emulate us and think better of us and our democracy thrives and excels. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Behra, for that wonderful speech. Let me give my 2 cents of thought on this. Okay. Firstly, I loved about the speech. This thing I really loved about the speech is that even though it was slightly political in nature, you maintained a balanced view without offending any sentiments at all. That is really great. It's a very good talent for a speaker to not offend anybody by whatever you say. And that's why we in Toastmasters always open the Toastmaster meeting saying that we are not going to be talking about politics, religion, or sex only because we should not offend anybody else. That's a beautiful thing. And secondly, you diverted that, you changed that topic perception from making democracy as a crazy and saying that you yourself are crazy. But you were also giving real life examples of our own Bharat where we really have a good and strong democracy in place. However, the slight twist that I was expecting was not very effective, which you could probably work out in your next few speeches as well. Because for a table topic, always a twist is going to give you a more powerful impact. So I would love to give more topics, but I think I can see the yellow light behind the timer. So I will have to cut down in short. To summarize whatever I've said now is that firstly, when you are called to speak on a table topic, listen to the topic, make sure that you understand the topic, give a couple of seconds dead air, and then start with the first thought that comes to your mind. And secondly, do not worry if you have to oppose the topic. You can really oppose the topic very much. There is no harm. Thirdly, connect your heart to your mouth and then talk. Let the personal experiences flow out in the form of a story, of course, conforming to the standards of opening, body, and conclusion for any speech. Fourth, let us go ahead and make sure that we stick to the time and we don't get disqualified. And last but not the least, but most important, keep calm and serene, stay cool as a cucumber. Nobody's going to harm you. Nobody's going to eat you. Nobody's going to scold you for any mishap that happens. Take life as it comes. Life is good. Celebrate life. So with that, any questions are there? I can handle it. I can answer right now. Or if you want to do it later, that is also fine. I throw the floor open for, say, another 1 or 2 minutes for any questions that you might have. Yes, for the PB.
First of all, thank you very much, DTM Srijit, for enlightening us in this evening. Now, I have a difference of opinion on the first thing you said. When we get a topic, the first thought, and then you connect with the second logical thought. First thought, is it always the right thought? Do we need to stick on? I will give an example also with that.
Okay, all right.
In a recent meeting where I was given a topic, the theme itself was languages, and it was asked to me that what is the most beautiful language which you connect with? The first thought came to my mind was, of course, my mother tongue. But then I thought, no, it is quite common. What he said to the language of humanity. Immediately I made it in a different way, saying that language of humanity, and which I given some examples as well. There was a speaker in the room. When she was about to speak, few of her friends came in and said, we are here only to support her speech. And the moment her speech was over, they left the venue. So sometimes the first thought is not necessarily to be the right thought. From my experience, I am saying, is it? Or what is your take on that?
Well, in fact, it is because it is a language that has come, it is usually a debatable topic. So as you said, the first thought that came to your mind was to support your mother tongue. But at the same time, it may not be always right because you would have people speaking other native languages as well. But you can support a language, that's perfectly fine, but that doesn't mean that you'll have to hurt other languages. So if you have that thought in mind, the first thought is not going to be a bad thought. For sure. But it depends on how the audience perceive it. Because if you go ahead and criticize another person, that could be raised as a protest. So you need to be very cautious when you're traveling on that thin line. So you need to be very judicious in the way you choose your words and convey that. But I would not say that your thought is bad, but I would say that the choice of words might be incorrect. And that should not happen most of the time. For example, if you take my own example where I said women are not equal to men, it could have offended women at that point of time. But then if I don't justify it with proper facts, or if I downgrade women by any chance, then it is an issue. That is not right. But you need to justify it in a very positive one. Always convey a positive message, irrespective of whether you have a good thought or a bad thought that comes in. The reason why I stressed on the first thought is because sometimes you fail short of words, you go blank. So that does not mean that you stay there all the 2 minutes without saying anything. But you have to make sure that you start and say your point and finish off the thing. Say whatever comes to your mind in a nice way. That was my only reasoning behind using the first thought that comes to your mind. And ensure that it's always positive. Any other questions that I can take? I think I know the time is out.
Just a couple of seconds, Srijitji.
Yeah.
Just I was inquiring how to add the twists to speeches, short speeches like just to a couple of minutes. So, any feedback on how to add twists to speeches?
Good question. The twist is like usually it doesn't come in the first instance. Okay, for me, I always had to get there facing the table topic, listen to table topics, and then look at how generally the twists happen. It comes automatically for me. I'm not enacting those twists at all. It suddenly comes into my mind and I just say it out. So that is something which you cannot always be prepared. It depends on topic to topic.
Thank you.
So I guess the time is out, but if there are any questions, Madam President has my number, PB has my number. You can just give me a text message. I'll be more than happy to respond. And I want to see all of you coming as good table topic speakers. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Shrijit Raja, for that wonderful masterclass. I think everyone here learn about impromptu speaking skills, and they may apply in the next speech when you get an opportunity. A great opportunity for me to learn from you and learn about how to use that impromptu speaking for my next speech. So back to the Toastmasters meeting. So we are already short of time. Now it's time to start our third section, that is general evaluation. For general evaluation, I would like to call today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak Sharma. So over to you, Toastmaster Deepak Sharma.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause once again for our DTM Shrijit Raja for the wonderful session conducted on table topics. It would definitely give us a lot of benefits in future for our table topics. Now we move to another important session wherein Coach Rahul Dravid would teach Virat Kohli how to bat. This means we learn how we can improve further, and we have a team who would let us know. First, we'll start with evaluator. Evaluator for today's meeting is Toastmaster Ravinder. Toastmaster Ravinder, over to you. Please share the evaluation for the speech delivered by Toastmaster Manoj.
Thank you, Daddy Evaluator Toastmaster Deepak, for inviting for the speech evaluation of Toastmaster Manoj Lanka. Toastmaster Manoj Lanka, kudos to you for delivering your speech. First, I will share the points that I have observed during your speech. First one, the title was completely attention grabbing. Come out of outcomes. I was eager to know what is there inside the speech, what is there for me. And you put so many examples that was resonating with the speech. And you also resonated with the Toastmasters. And other than you are master of your words, you embroidered the words beautifully. Being a grammarian, you used wonderful words in your speech, and you took a pause for concluding the speech. That was mind-blowing. I got curious to know
Master
what will
Ravinder,
happen.
your voice is not clear. It's not clear. Yeah, your voice is not. No, earlier it was clear. Since you are standing, it's not clear. I'm able to hear it.
Oh, let me change it.
Can you come close to your mic? I think it may be that issue.
Okay. Sorry. And you took a final pause before concluding your speech. And that was mind-blowing. And even I was eager to know what you will say before handing over the stage to TMOD. That was mind-blowing. So we all know that there is always a room for improvement. And I shared 2 areas of improvement for you. Number 1, I was missing role play. Because with role play, I can see your vocal variety. As in the good points, you delivered low pitch, high pitch. That was wonderful. But I was waiting for some role play in your speech. And second thing is camera position. You can change your camera position a little bit so that we can see your hand gesture as well as your body language. Overall, your speech was wonderful. And the key message I have observed from your speech is happiness lies in the depth of desires. And be friend with the depth. Toastmaster Manoj Zanka, today you delivered your speech with serenity, as you are as cool as cucumber throughout your speech. I know you will work on these 2 areas of improvement and you will take your next speech to the next best level. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause to the evaluator, Toastmaster Ravinder. Now we move to Oxy role here. First of all, we would request our first role player or quantum. Please come onto the stage. Our quantum for today's meeting is Toastmaster Shruti. Do we have Toastmaster Shruti here? Yes. Tulsi. Please share your report. Toastmaster Tulsi.
Not able to share it. I'll just. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. For the R counter, I will present my R counter report. First, presiding officer and evaluator 1, Toastmaster Ravinder, she used so twice. DTM Srijit, he used twice. And TMOD, TM Danish, he used 9 times and so 5 times. Toastmaster Manoj and Toastmaster Tanisha, flawless. DTM PP, flawless. And Toastmaster Pravat, he used and twice. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause for our counter. Now we move to grammarian. Grammarian for today's meeting is Toastmaster Manoj. Toastmaster Manoj, take a bow and start your report.
Thank you.
You are on mute. Yes.
Okay. Can you all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Now coming on to good uses. Before that, kudos to those who use the word of the day and idiom of the day. If I'm missing somebody, I might have missed it. I'm sorry. Or else, whatever I could hear, DTM Srijit Raja used it 4 times, the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Toastmaster Danish twice each. Toastmaster Tanisa 1 each. Ravinder 1 each. Tulsi used the word of the day once. Toastmaster Deepak twice each. Toastmaster Prabhat used the word of the day thrice. Now coming on to good uses. DTM Srijit Raja, butterflies in my stomach, culminated, bumpy ride. Then there is that trip, trust, respect, integrity, and passion, the 4 wheels of the car that he wants to drive from birth till death. Now connect, hurt with your tongue whenever you would like to speak. And of course, kiss. Keep it short and simple. Of course, if you extend it further, if you use 2 more, then it will be extended French kiss with keep it short, simple, sweet, and sincere. Toastmaster Ravinder, embroidered words, mind-blowing. Toastmaster Deepak, phenomenal. Toastmaster Prabhat, rationally and responsibly, quite rhyming words. And now, few things where we can improve a bit. You are fear. Somewhat, you can use that expression, you are fear, if you are personifying fear. But the way the speaker used, it should have been, you feel fear. Someone have, it should have been, someone has. Different peoples, it should be different people because people is itself a plural word. Or else, I think everybody did that job wonderfully well. And I have nothing more to say. We all played our roles full as Kutimbo with serenity. Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause for our grammarian, playing the role as cool as cucumber with a lot of serenity. Now we move to the important section, that is time. The time is most critical for all of us. So let's have a timer, Toastmaster Tanishka, to share her report. Over to you.
So thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak. And Today we create a symphony of voices and each note adding depth and its meaning. So let's honor those who brought their energy, wisdom, and serenity to make this gathering truly remarkable. And let's show our appreciation with a big round of applause for everyone who made today special. Our inspiring speakers, thoughtful evaluators, supporting guests, and dedicated role players. And not to forget about our today's most important segment, which was the masterclass. And they have added so much of warmth and energy to this gathering. So let's celebrate their efforts together. So with that, I will tell my share my prepared speech timing reports. So Toastmaster Manoj took 6 minutes and 48 seconds for education session by Srijit. Toastmaster Srijit took 30 minutes and 15 seconds. And for evaluation segment, Toastmaster Ravinder took 3 minutes and 9 seconds. So it was a beautiful and insightful segment. So over to you, Toastmaster Deepak, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, timer Tanishka. Let's have a round of applause for the timer. Well, we know that in every meeting, in order to run the meeting smoothly, we should know where we can do better at, because recommendation and evaluation is of utmost importance for any club or any meeting that we conduct. And it's my pleasure and the fortune to share my recommendation as well as evaluation for the meeting overall. So I would start with, first of all, the Sergeant at Arms. So Sergeant at Arms started the meeting very well, shared the ground rules and the mission statement. There are a few recommendations for the role of Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms missed to ask everyone to upload for the speaker. Sergeant at Arms should have told that the mobile phone should be on a silent mode, which was not informed. Sergeant at Arms also should have told that the people should raise their hand in case they have any query. So these are ground rules for any meeting. So Sergeant at Arms' responsibility is to share all these ground rules so that the people who have joined for the first time as a guest, because we could see 4 to 5 guests here. So all these people should be aware that what is the important ground rule for any Toastmaster meeting. Having said this, the other thing, Sergeant at Arms did it very well. But my role is to give some bitter pills also as a doctor. Moving on to the president. The role of president was done really well by asking the guest to introduce. The bitter pills, the doctor pills for president would be, the president, as a president, your role is not just to ask the guest introduction. As a president, you are in command of the meeting. You should say about the club, about 2 lines. What does this Chalk and Duster Toastmaster Club does? Since when this club is operational? What time the club meets every week? Because we have guests who are not probably aware about Toastmasters. Plus, you should say about the benefit of joining Toastmasters so that the guest can get encouragement of joining Toastmasters. At the same time, you could also share some thought of the day or motivating story or some anecdote just to share and build a connect with the guest and Toastmaster. Other than that, I did not find any other recommendations. I'm sorry, but I'm a villain here. Somebody who will give some bitter pills, but this is my role. Toastmaster of the day, he did really well by sharing the theme of the meeting. He connected with everyone. Great audience engagement as well. Only one recommendation for Toastmaster of the day. Whenever you play the role of Toastmaster of the day and you connect with the speaker, once the speech is over, please ask the audience to give at least 30 seconds of time to give commendation or positive comment in the chat box. So this you could have asked everyone, the audience, to give positive note for the speaker, which was, in my view, missed. Table topic master was not played today, so no recommendation or commendation for table topic master. Moving on to timer, the timer did well by sharing the details of who all gave speech for what time. Only one recommendation for timer. Timer should have told that who all are disqualified and who all are qualified. In case everyone is qualified, then the timer should have said that all the people, all the role players are qualified, which was actually missed by the timer. Plus, whenever you play the role of a timer, it is important to share the importance of time. You should tell the audience why time is so important, why the role of timer is so important. We all know time management is extremely critical and it's a skill that we learn in Toastmaster. So, as a timer, it's your responsibility to tell the audience that this is the importance of time and that's why we should adhere to it. Other than that, no other recommendation. You also shared a 30-second buffer period. So wonderful as a timer. Then we move to grammarian. Grammarian was fantastic because the word of the day and a phrase of the day was selected as per the theme, which is the right thing to do. Congratulations for the grammarian. Grammarian also shared the good words used and the incorrect grammar used by the audience. So fantastic work. Only one recommendation for grammarian. First, whenever you start your role, ask the audience to give a thumbs up, which was missed. Second, whenever you give any word of the day or the phrase of the day in future, you can ask the audience, select one person from audience and ask them to use the word of the day on stage live. This would give better exposure for the role of grammarian. Other than that, I did not find any other recommendation. In addition, if somebody is using good words, for example, you shared 4 to 5 good words which were used. Those good words, what was the meaning of those good words? Those also you could have shared that these are the meaning of good word. That's why you liked it. This way, your role would have been even better. Then we move to or counter. Or counter share who all use the filler word, crutch words. So it was fantastic by or counter. One recommendation for or counter also, you should share the technique to avoid the filler words. And that technique is use of pauses. That technique you should inform the audience so that as a guest or as a Toastmaster, we could learn. Plus, as a or counter, your responsibility is also to share the people who use repeated words. We have seen in today's meeting also, there were many people who were using words repeatedly. Take their name and inform in your reports so that we could all learn, because we all want to improve. We just don't want to speak, but we want to see the recommendation. We want to improve. That's why we joined Toastmasters meeting. So please take care of it and add it in your next report whenever you play the role of or counter. Then we move to the evaluator. Evaluator followed the CRC approach, commendation, recommendation, and commendation. Wonderful. One recommendation, one bitter pill for evaluator also. Whenever you give any evaluation, you should say what is the objective of the speech and whether the speaker has met the objective or not. In case the speaker meets the objective, only then the project is considered as cleared. Otherwise, the speaker might have to repeat the same project. So it's the evaluator responsibility to confirm whether the speech was meeting the objective or not. Other than this, wonderful work by evaluator. For a speaker, Manoj, I don't have anything to say because the evaluator has already said. Just one recommendation from my end also for the speaker. The speaker shared a great remark, great speech, great body language, as well as emotion use. He could have used his personal story, what he learned, as evaluator rightly said. The role play was very important. Plus, throughout the speech, it was like one side story. The speaker could have engage the audience by asking questions, either at the beginning or at the end. So we could have, felt more connected when you ask the questions. So audience engagement was missing. Other than that, the speech was a masterclass in my point of view. So in general, the meeting was fantastic. I personally learned a lot, especially from the session conducted by DTM on table topic. Wonderful. he could have used a PPT also, PowerPoint presentation, to make it more effective. Nonetheless, it was fantastic in my point of view, and I learned a lot. And I'm sure all of you would have got a lot out of this meeting. With this, I conclude my general evaluation section and hand it over back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Thank you so much, General Vetter, Toastmaster Deepak and Sharma. May I invite Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Danish, if you are left with your topic, then you can please continue.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, presiding officer. We are already short of time. Just give me 1 minute. I will share my screen and show the last slide of that for today's.
Sorry for interrupting, but should I launch the poll in between the?
Yes, please.
Okay, so it's a request to everyone, so kindly vote for them.
Okay. So in the today's session, we have talked about social anxiety. Now, what the treatment for the social anxiety? So first is a talk with a therapist, talk with a professional, go for sessions. So it will help you to come out of social anxiety. Second is meditation. Third is yoga. Fourth is deep breathing exercise. First, and then small gathering. Try to go to small gatherings. Try to interact with the small people and gradually increase your day. Try to increase your circle of person day by day. It will help you to come out of social anxiety. Second, avoid caffeine. I think when I was searching about this topic, I think most of the websites have recommended that we need to avoid caffeine when we have going through any kind of anxiety, whether it be depression or anything. Second, try to join groups like Toastmasters and reading groups. There are a lot of groups, and it is also recommended that we need to go to these groups. It will help us to come after this, and it is my pleasure that I am a part of such a community that help you people to interact, come out of the social anxiety disorder, right? So with that, I'm done with my theme. I hope everyone learns about social anxiety by my theme, and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Danish, for this wonderful topic. We have learned so many things from this topic. And Toastmaster Tanisha, are we ready with the result?
Give me just 2 minutes.
You can declare the result, please announce the result right now. We can distribute the certificates in the group.
Okay.
Sure.
So the best role player category goes to our general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Deepak. So kudos to Toastmaster Deepak.
Congratulations.
And the second category for the best auxiliary role player, it is a tie between Toastmaster Tulsi and Toastmaster Manoj. So kudos to both of them for winning the category. And the last but not the least, the most important segment for our today's meeting was Masterclass by Srijit. And so kudos to Toastmaster Srijit for having us and for delivering wonderful speech on the topic and enlightening us with this beautiful masterclass. So over to you, Toastmaster Ravinder.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanisha. I think Toastmaster Srijit has left. No, he has joined. So Toastmaster Tanisha, you can share the certificate if it's ready.
Okay,
Toastmaster
just
Srijit.
it will take 1 minute. Just
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Toastmaster
sorry,
Srijit.
my video is off because my bandwidth is low. Sorry about it.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srijit, for this enlightening session on impromptu speaking.
Welcome, my pleasure. And thank you for the good opportunity which you gave me. I hope I could rise up to your expectations.
Yes, learned a lot.
Thank you so much. So the meeting is over, right?
Yeah, with this I conclude the meeting number 164 as officially closed now. The session is open for networking.
Raj,